reason they're asking for that is because that gives a time frame. Because he just got the house, right? Just got the wife, right? They had that same barn door kind of apparatus set up.
Hold on, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I should have did this before I went live. I'm almost finished with the text. Hold up, y'all. Let me turn this off. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can hear me. I don't even know. Can y'all hear me? Let me make sure mic audio testing. Yeah. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. What's going on, y'all? Yeah. Y'all can hear me. All right, man. Oh boy, your boy. I feeling great today. Woke up early, took the kids to school, came back, worked, cleaned up the house, took the trash to the front yard, wash got all good. I even got on my Dolce and Gabbana cologne right now. When you got on the good cologne, you feel really, really well. And I got everything in order. So I said to myself, hey, why don't you just do a little live about all the stuff you've been seeing and stuff online? Let me switch to the right account. To all the stuff you've been seeing online, having your quiet opinion and talking to people behind the scenes about. But I miss y'all, man. It's crazy because this looks so foreign to me. Like I had to really think about how to go live. Like, am I gonna use XSplits? I'm gonna use Streamlabs, I'm gonna use StreamYard. I just gonna StreamYard is easier, but I really am forgetting some of this stuff. I want to say one of the biggest things here. You see this right here? Do y'all see this right here? I paid $3,500 for this. $3,500. Some of y'all know, like y'all know, my hard drive broke 2 years ago. My hard drive, my big black hard drive that you sit at the side of my computers, broke 2 years ago. It had everything on them, man. It had every rap song I've ever done since I was like 17 years old. All my photos, family stuff. And it had all the documentary footage that I shot. Everything. And I'm like, for the price of just getting my documentary footage, I'm like, and I knew they was gonna charge me out the ass to get my thing fixed. So I had to ship that thing off, broke, worried could they retrieve some information from it. Then they told me the price plans. I needed my stuff back. I had to choose a highest price plan for it because it was terabytes and terabytes of information. And then I had to pay extra on top of that because I know if I got another big hard drive with moving parts, there's a chance it could break. So just to move it to an SSD, this thing is one of the most valuable things in my life. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the things I want to run and grab besides memorial pictures if the fucking house burned down. So now that I got this back, there were documentaries, and especially the Carolyn Bodine documentary, working with her daughter Carly and shooting that entire thing funded by myself, driving in Washington State. I got all of the footage back. So that's what I have been working on and trying to refamiliarize myself with the specific details of the case. So, it costs a lot of money, but this was very much worth it. So, yes. Hey, Polo, I got all the stuff on this right here. I got this stuff on here from when we did the podcast with me, Tatted, and Pretty Money. I have the outtakes. I have the behind the scenes. I have everything back. All of my ammo. I got it all, baby. Got it back, man. Yeah. See, probably say remember my losses. So yeah, that was a lot. I mean, imagine paying $3,500 when you got 4 kids, you got step kids now and shit around Christmas time. Bro, my pockets was hurting, but I'm good, man. Good. So your boy got some little nerdy toys and stuff too. I don't never be on this super big computer no more unless I'm actually working, like work. Once I'm off work, I ain't here, I got the iPad Pro, the 12.9 inch. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be gang iPhone, but your boy got the Samsung Galaxy Fold, Samsung Galaxy Fold 5. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I take the Galaxy Fold 5 and I hook it up to my small monitor here, and I'll use Samsung Deck so it becomes a second computer, or I hook my iPad up to it and use it as a second computer here as well too. I got enrolled into school, so getting enrolled into another film school, they're shipping me another MacBook and the Magic, was it the Magic Pro camera? The 8K Magic Pro camera. So I'm just like, about to be some changes up in here, man. Life good. And the whole time all of this going on, I've been looking at all of these topics I have here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, music coming out too. I normally do a song. I never do half a song. I did half a song, but everything for a new album I call the Dark Green album. Every beat is chosen in the specific order it will be for the album. All I got to do is make all the songs, and I call it the Dark Green album because dark green is my favorite color. You see it from the John Hinge logo. Everything I love is dark green. So that naming the album Dark Green is just saying like, this is just what I love. This is what I love. I'm not looking for no different opinion than that. This is just me being love. Hey, boy, got the new mic. Shout out to Goods. You know what I'm saying? I watch Goods channel, and Goods sit there and just chill at his desk, and he got one of the best looking microphones. Pause. Out of anybody I've seen, he got the white mic coming down with the lights or whatever. So I'm like, let me upgrade my little microphone stand and stuff. Let me get some RBG lights up on here, man. So another shout out to Goods is, y'all know I'm a cologne connoisseur. I got all different variations of colognes. Got some Tom Fords. I got some Dolce & Gabbana. I got 4 different kinds of Gucci. I love cologne, and I'm like, I want to support the community that I'm in. So I ordered Goods cologne. I ordered Goods. Which one I ordered? Gentleman's 30. The reason I ordered Gentleman's 30 is because, bro, that name is so awesome for cologne, especially if you in battle rap. Gentleman's 30. That shit just streams prestige. But it don't matter how much I like battle rap. It don't matter how much you gotta earn everything you get in life. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Goods, that motherfucker better smell good. I want to go somewhere and I want to be chilling and I want somebody like, damn, that shit smell good, bro. What you got on? Oh, this that Gentleman's 30. This that gentleman. I want to say that shit so cool, so bad, but I'm not giving you nothing for free. I'm not giving you nothing for free. That shit better smell good, bro. I'm gonna give you the utmost respect. I'm not gonna spray no other cologne around before I spray. I move to another room. I'm not gonna have it around the other colognes. I'm going to use some regular non-scented soap when I shower that day. I don't want nothing on me but the Gentleman's 30, and we're going to see where we go from there. So shout out to Goods for being an entrepreneur. Lower the price on them shoes, my nigga. But shout out to Goods for being an entrepreneur. But let's get into these topics, man. Let's get into these topics. Honorable mention that I did not put in the title. Damn, my text message gonna show right there, but y'all can't see now. Y'all can't see now. Yeah, y'all can't see now. It's cool. All right. Honorable mention I didn't put inside is you gonna segregate the cologne. Yeah, you got to, man, because I'm gonna tell you why when you talk about respecting somebody as a business owner. It's not fair for Goods if I don't like the way his cologne smell and it's mixing with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever I try, like I get a new bottle like cologne, I don't spray it around. Like I don't be like, oh, I'm gonna wear the Gucci today. Do one thing. Nah. I'm gonna wear the Tom Ford. And now that shit mixed. So I'm gonna make sure it is nothing but the Gentleman's 30. But honorable mention things that I've been looking at too, just going off of my memory, Jazz the Rapper versus Big K. I had Big K 3-0. I'm not worried if someone says I had Big K 2-1. Everybody saying Jazz won the first, Big K won the second or third. I want to give a shout out to Jazz for taking that. And it showed me I was looking for a kryptonite for Jazz. I was trying to see what kind of battle rapper, and Big K would be Jazz's kryptonite. We not motherfucking friends. You not getting no special treatment. I'ma dog you the fuck out. Jazz, out of all of her entire battles of her whole career, has never had anybody to give her that kind of energy. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care if the crowd go crazy. Big K is going to keep the same energy. And looking back in hindsight, I'm like, that is a big risk for Jazz to have taken. Now, if we want to treat women the same as we want to treat men, a lot of people are looking over Jazz's resume for 2023. And if you're looking at it, it's like you're tough. You went against all these competitors. You went against Rum. You went against Geechee. All in the same year. Charlie Clips. You went against who we talking? Big K. But if you want to be treated like a man, if we treat women the same, we're not supposed to be looking at who you battled. We're supposed to be looking at your victories. And some of them battles Jazz lost, or it was debatable. Who gets champion of the year with a bunch of debatables and a couple of losses in the same year? You can't say you want something, you want the same treatment, and then turn around and want special treatment. Look at my resume. Nobody took the battle. When in champions history has a person bragged about the battles they took? They brag about the battles they've won. They've won in a decisive fashion and manner. They don't brag about taking them. So if I sit back, if I was on that panel and I'm just judging on that, maybe female battle rapper of the year, I'd look into that some more. But as like the champion of the year overall, Jazz is not in the running. Jazz is not even close. In 1 year's time, you got a bunch of debatables, and you got a couple of losses that people are clearly saying you lost on. Make it make sense to me, Sway. I think the clear battle champion of the year is going to be Big K, deservingly so. We got some people with some late runners who come in and increase their stock as we got closer to the end of the year, such as a Geechee. But I can't give Geechee battle of the year because he had the most memorable third round against Eazy. You know, I'm glad he got that look from the entire world. But over a course of a year, I can't give that all of that stop. And then shout out as someone who was a really, really big fan of Twerk for putting the work in. I want to say this about Twerk. I don't hear nobody say when Twerk was doing all of those chokes, he had those hard years. I think at first he didn't care, but Twerk still continued to choke even when he cared. And I don't think people ever gave him props for that. And I know that sounds weird, like you're not supposed to give somebody props or whatever for choking, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't think the narrative changed. I think the narrative stayed. He don't give a fuck. How the man cried, how frustrated he was at the choke. Those aren't the actions of someone who don't give a fuck. Those are the actions of someone who cared. Maybe he had to change his method. You know, maybe he thought when he was younger, his memory was better before the car accident. So he had no problem waiting until the last 2 weeks to sit in the room alone. Maybe he had to realize he needed to start that earlier. Whatever it was, the wrong strategy, I'm not going to put on Twerk that it came from a lack of effort. I really do think Twerk tried, and I'm glad that he got it together. How many losses y'all think Twerk got when he came with 3 complete rounds? I would love to hear your opinion on that. Like, because I do the same thing for my girl 40. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be talking about she choked here, she did it. When 40 came with 3 complete rounds, who beat her? Who beat her? So I extend that for somebody I'm biased towards 40. I give it to somebody who I don't have a relationship with. I give the same thing to Twerk. Who beat? How many losses did Twerk have on his resume? I would love to see somebody do a video like that, or like Chris Unbiased or whatever. Like, how many losses do Twerk have when he came prepared? I'm not going to shout out to Jay Black saying that real fast. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Yes, that Jay Black is correct on that. Like, a lot of people don't really be doing what I do for a living. So throughout the time here, I've been a manager. And one of the hardest things for me is managing someone who doesn't think like you. I had several advantages in my work career. And one of my advantages, I'm extremely competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this is what it takes to do your job, and you got boards and shit up here showing people who have seen, I don't like walking past and not seeing that. So it doesn't matter where I work or what company I work for. I'm trying to take that nigga out at the top. And so I be thinking about battle rap sometimes. I'll be at work and I'm looking like, if only this person put that energy in. They have no idea that that person sitting way up there. I manage all of y'all. That motherfucker is not smart. They not smart. They not witty. The only advantage they have over you is the preparation and the work that they're willing to put in, and it got them up there. You have all of these advantages. So just imagine if you did the one thing that they doing. Imagine the money you bring in for your family. This is how I talk to people I manage. Imagine the money you bring in for your family. Imagine the life. Imagine you on Instagram looking at these people taking their family vacations. You could do the same thing. You throwing away all of this money. I look at it the same way as in battle rap, because I think a lot of times these battle rappers get a little too comfortable. Imagine you're a battle rapper and you get 20K for a battle. You get another 20K here. Let's say you do 4 battles that year. You do 1 battle per quarter and you got 20K each time. So to you, you made 80K. You're not the same as someone who has a living and they made 80K, because that person who has a job making 80K is going to make 80K every single year. So you balling, you buying the big shoes, you doing all of the things, but you got to look, if you're in your 20s or whatever, where you going to be in your 40s, where you going to be in your 50s. You don't have a retirement plan. You don't have nothing. So you, like Dana White tell the UFC fighters, you got to go as hard as you possibly can to stack all of this stuff. Because all of these years you're battling and doing things in the entertainment business, you don't have a resume outside of that. So you don't have a resume outside of that. And then now you want to try to go, now you need a job. And now you're 40, 60, 47 years old. Now you didn't do the right things. You didn't go on Insta, or you didn't go on YouTube. You didn't establish your channel like Good's doing, like Averb doing, to where they're bringing in thousands and thousands each month, that they are securing a nice life for themselves outside of the projects that they're doing. You didn't do any of that. You just battled. That's a fleeting position to have. So knowing this information, you would want to go as hard as you can. You would want to prepare. You would want to take these battles and put on the best performance to put your name out there to get money in that area. Jesus, there's been so much talk about. I ain't gonna go with Eazy right now. I'm gonna go to more mainstream right now. So we go to Nicki Minaj versus Meg Thee Stallion, and I'm gonna show you how I saw it as it played out. Right, yo. Don't nobody think it's funny that Meg said you're not mad at Megan, you mad at Megan's Law. And the response for that is for Nicki to get mad. Just stop right there with that. It's just that at beginning the first thing you do is get mad. Again, I always think long term. Long term, Drake would make me so mad. Because the new generation, they're not new, they're old now. But I'm older than Drake. And, you know, it's crazy because Nicki be trying to front like she's so young, but Nicki only 1 year younger than me. You know what I'm saying? When Nicki's birthday come, we the same age. So they be looking at me like an old ass man, but looking like Nicki, like she's just some regular person hip hop. But I'm like, oh, all right. But Nicki came out later than she was. So Nicki was in the generation below her with the Drakes, the Meek Mills, the Kendrick, Lamar's. That's Nicki's class. My class is before that. You know what I'm saying? My class is the Nas, the Jay-Z's, the T.I.'s, the Ludacris. So in my class, the lyricists came from New York, right? As the main lyricists came from back, we talking about late 90s to early 2000s. The lyricists in my class, to sing better than everybody else, they would not address certain situations, or they'll sneak this line. Drake took what my generation did and he put steroids in that motherfucker. Because I'm like, Drake, you not doing it right. They would pick certain people not to say nothing to, but they would say something to somebody. All of them battle. All of them got diss tracks against somebody. Drake was just going, I ain't gonna never have a diss track against nobody. I'm like, how can you be a legend? How can you be a legend in hip hop as a lyricist? Now, if you just make ass shaking songs and you've been good at that, you somebody like Future, you can go your whole career. But if you're a lyricist, one of the staples in hip hop, when you look back on your career, when you're in your 60s and they're doing interviews, you got to talk about that beef in the time you went head to head with somebody, and Drake refused to do it. And that's what pissed me off about Drake. He would not do it. So when the Meek Mill situation came, I was happy. I didn't care if Drake won or lost. I'm like, you got to do that. Now he got one. He got one. Not only do Drake got one, but he won. Drake comes back again with the confidence from that win, and he goes, him and Pusha T go with it. He lost one. That's cool. Jay-Z got some wins, and Jay-Z got a loss on his record from Nas. It don't matter if you think Jay-Z song better. The overall consensus through history as it stands, Nas won. Don't take away from Jay-Z. He's still great. So as much as Drake frustrated me, he redeemed himself, because when Drake is an old 60-some-year-old man, he can talk about the wars that he had, which has to come on your resume as a top lyricist. Even though Drake did it, Nicki didn't. I'm like, yo, Nicki in her 40s. She never went at anybody. When she had the opportunity with Remy Ma, it pissed me off she didn't respond. You got an L. You're in your 40s. You the one in your 20s, your 30s, and 40s, and you ain't got one song about nobody. So when I'm looking at Nicki Minaj throwing out 1 trillion tweets, this me, you'll never ever hear a reply back. Yeah, that Drake said that shit early on in his career, and I'm like, you're doing it wrong, Drake. You're doing it wrong. You're supposed to diss these little niggas, but when one threat comes, you have to respond to that threat. A lot of top people went at Nicki, and she would refuse to do it. And I'm like, what made me sad was that I, along with a lot of people, think that Nicki is the greatest female lyricist of all time. I felt that a little bit early on. And how you gonna have the greatest female lyricist of all time don't have one diss song? And so many people was coming at her. I felt like when people do this, they are disrespecting hip hop. So it made me pissed off at them. When you're disrespecting the culture that you came up off, you have certain responsibilities as being one of the best lyricists. And one of them, you got to go back at a nigga neck. So every tweet Nicki throwed out talking that shit, I'm just sitting here on my phone. I just see him out. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Nobody want to hear her and Cardi B talk all this shit, and Cardi B can't rap. At least Megan can some way rap. Megan is really, really popular. She did not respond to Remy. She not gonna respond to Megan on her track. Fuck Nicki, man. She don't give a fuck about the culture. Fuck Nicki Minaj. So then when Nicki tweeted, I have a song and it's coming out, I was happy. I didn't care if Nicki won. I didn't care if Nicki lost. I'm like, yes. Now you can sit up here as a 60-some-year-old lady in the future getting interviewed. Yes, you have completed the journey. You're recognized one of the greatest lyricists of all time for females. You have multiple platinums. So all those accolades you was throwing in Meg's face. Yes, you did the one final piece. Your responsibility. And that motherfucking song was trash. Oh my God. Oh my God. That song, I like. This is what we waited for. This is what you taught that shit about. And I'm not even talking about the lyrics being trash, man. I'm not talking about the lyrics being trash because, like, if you read it, Nicki Minaj, Bigfoot lyrics. Let me tell you some shit I like. Check this out. I want y'all to think about like strategy. Sometimes the best diss songs aren't about what you say, is how strategic you are. Let me read this to you. This little begging whore talking about Megan's Law. For a free beat, you can hit Megan Raw. If you a ghostwriter, party in Megan jaw. Shots thrown, but I still ain't let Megan score. Now imagine if Nicki Minaj never tweeted. Imagine Meg said this and everybody going crazy that Meg came at Nicki and you ain't heard shit from Nicki and you hit play. Why would I feel excited about this being the first lyric when she tweeted it? Why you crushed yourself. You destroyed your own momentum. Why would you literally tweeted the first lines for a free beat you can hit Megan Raw and you played the video. Why? You fucking, this is bars, by the way. You know what I'm saying? For a free beat, you can hit Megan Raw. If you a ghostwriter, party in Megan Jaw, like she'll go down on anybody, but she flipping the name Party because Megan's ex-boyfriend name was Party. Like, those are bars. Shots thrown, but I still ain't let Megan score. Shots thrown, Megan score. Those are bars. But you tweeted and told us this. You told us what you was going to say. And the choice of the way that you're rapping on this lackadaisy like beat, it took the sting out of the clever lines that you said. Another one. She said, that you lying to the queen, then you went lying to the king, talking about Gayle King. Like, that sounds clever, but go back and listen to it in the song. Like the delivery of this stuff. And another thing that hurt Nicki Minaj is it's the same with fighting. When you judge a fight, a UFC fight or a boxing match, right? Her song was top heavy, meaning that it started great and it dwindled down to just the nothingness, and you wait for that bitch to be over with. There's no clever lines. There's nothing. Nobody, even when all the people made videos, nobody talks about like the middle of her song down. She made it top heavy. So when you listen to something, people tend to react to the last thing that they see. So if you got a boxer, and for the first 7 rounds, this boxer, he was doing good. He won all 7 rounds. He even won the close round. Nothing amazing, but he won the first 7 rounds. If he won the first 7 rounds, it's only 5 rounds left. That means there's no way the other guy can win. But let's say in the last 5 rounds, the guy who was losing was murdering this dude. Like, bah, pillar the post. We know he lost that fight. We know on paper he lost. But what people gonna talk about? Bruh, I don't know. I got to give it to him. People gonna want to give him that fight, even though they know they can't give him that fight. They're gonna want to give him that fight. And if they do a rematch, people gonna cheer for that dude who won the last 5 rounds, because people go off of the last thing. When you constructing a diss track, you can't overload it with putting all your best material first. Same as in battle rap. How many battles have you saw where someone has an insane, crazy first round and they going all off? They got a regular second round, and then they come off, and the other dude clearly won the 3rd round. We know that dude won the first 2 rounds, but if he gets smoked in the 3rd round, what are people talking about? How many battles can y'all name like that? Nicki made this song top heavy. She made it top heavy, rapping like a daisy. Like somebody took her lyrics and put a fire beat on it, man. And then the beat choice wasn't good. When you are held unanimously as the greatest female lyricist of all time, it's no longer about you coming at Meg. It's about you upholding to the reputation. We are thinking this because we're hearing your clever lyrics. We're remembering you being a female on a song with Kanye West, Rick Ross, everybody on Monster, and you destroy every guy on that song. We believe that. Those are things that lead us to believe something. But now it's time to show and prove. And when it was time to show and prove, it sucks. And I'm going to be honest with you. Shout out. What's going on, Chris? Shout out, my boy. Hit me up after this. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. If I was Meg, I would not respond. I would tell Meg not to respond, because I want y'all to think about it. Remember, we go off the last thing we see. It's been 3 days. 3 days is 3 years in hip hop. Not only that, we got Benzino and Eminem. Something else popping up. So the lasting thing, if I'm Meg's manager, and I'm thinking long term, and I think that sometime in the future there's going to be a discussion about Meg versus Nicki. What people are going to say throughout history is Nicki talked shit and dropped this trash ass song. Meg killed it with one line. I have to look at reality. In reality, the person I manage, if I manage Meg the Stallion, she does not have the same, she is not on Nicki Minaj's level of lyricism. To make another track now when it's been over 3 days and the smoke has died down and nobody is going crazy begging for it, nobody pressing you, and you already got the W, I would tell her not to respond. Because I think now, I think Nicki was telling the truth when she's saying she got other songs in the chamber. But now she look crazy if she drop another song right now. People like, the fuck this come from? You know, as each day passed, the more Nicki look crazy if she go and try to drop some shit, and people ain't gonna want to hear that. People ain't gonna want to hear that shit. So this is what I love about competition. Just because you're the best doesn't mean you're gonna get the victory. We didn't see many big dudes get knocked out. We didn't see people on the street knock out a mixed martial arts fight in a street fight. Just because you're the best, you have to always be strategic and try your best to plan things out, because it's not a given. You got to take anything you want. Nicki had to go and take that from Meg, because that Megan line was on point. Now, if I take this segue, when this happened the other day, I've never in my life looked at what Nicki Minaj's husband did in detail. I just know Nicki Minaj's husband is on the sex offender list and he pled guilty. So me and my daughter, we pulled out the pad. We started investigating. We started looking like, what happened with Nicki Minaj's husband? Okay. He was 16 years old. Another girl was 16 years old. Okay. Because I thought it was some child. So they're both 16 years old. Okay. So he pled guilty. And the girl alleged she was walking down the street. And he walked up to her and put something to her back, a knife, a gun, or whatever, and took her somewhere, and he forcefully raped her. He pled guilty to this. This is what she said. To me, this is an open and closed case. And this is why I say people don't investigate. I'm like, this nigga nasty. This nigga foul. Why would Nicki Minaj marry somebody like that? Like, what story is he telling her? Because this is what's reported. But because of my curiosity, no, like, it got to be something that he telling Nicki to make it iffy. So I continued to research. I continued to look. The 16-year-old girl that accused him of doing this, she, under her own free mind, signed a police document where there's a totally different version of what happened. And in the totally different version, they do know each other. She wasn't just walking to school and some stranger just came up behind her. Remember, she signed this. So she's saying they know each other. She's saying that they was together at his place. She's saying she was in his room. She said she voluntarily had sex with him the first time. And then he went to have sex again. She didn't want to. And he said that he's not going to take her home until they have sex for the second time. So, okay. Now I know why Nicki Minaj could put this to the side. So I had to look at it for myself. And I always try to look at stuff like this two ways. Me as a regular person and me if I was one of the jurors on the jury. Me as a regular, me as a jury. As a jury, I'm supposed to take all evidence given to me and make a decision without a reasonable doubt. Do I think that someone committed a crime? Given those circumstances, there's absolutely no way I would have been able to say that Nicki Minaj's husband was guilty of a crime. Because when it's two people, that's all you have. If he got one version and it's the same, and I got one person saying I met a stranger on the street who came up behind me and did this, and then they sign a document saying a completely different story, how can I have no reasonable doubt? It is impossible. That means if I say that he's guilty, I can go home and chill with my family and enjoy my life. And as I'm enjoying my life with my family, I will never sit there and go, but what if she was lying though? She said two different things. That one thought that could come in my mind means that there's no way I can say that that guy's guilty. That's if I was a juror. Me, a regular person out here in the street, some crazy shit, you know. some crazy shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in that room. Also want to add to this that the 16-year-old girl, you know, I think she's a little bit she's about 2 years older than me now. She's about like 45, 46. She has posted photos from what happened at that time. But she sent the photos of marks or whatever on her neck or whatever. Y'all go dig up, look at the photos. But it's iffy because also what she said in another version, someone said that those were hickeys. So I don't know. I'm just giving y'all the information, but I can tell you this right here. There's no way I could be one of 12 jurors and someone give me two complete stories that are total opposite of each other. And I can take those two stories and convict the man of something that heinous. Now, I also want to say one thing before I move on. He never went to trial. He pled guilty. His reason saying that he pled guilty is because he was a frightened, scared 16-year-old kid in a room with the police all day, and they was frightened, you know. And I've seen a lot of people doing true crime do that. I've seen a lot of people get scared. I've seen a lot of people confess to things that they didn't do. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I also say this right here. Like, it'd be killing me how people be portraying themselves as tough gangsters, and they've been gangsters and shit on the street since they were little. But you're not describing a tough gangster to me. You're describing a nervous 16-year-old little kid. So you gangster not, my nigga. But that's all the information. So if you guys was wondering the details of Nicki Minaj's husband and you didn't know, or maybe you already looked into it, that's what I decided to look into due to Meg, what happened with her and Meg. And for the record, Meg 1, Nicki 0. She up. She up, my nigga. All right. We get into M versus Benzino. And it's funny what I've been looking at around here. I've been looking at battle rap bloggers and everybody. Shout out to my boy Piper Boy. Man. A lot of y'all don't know this. One of the biggest live streams I've ever had, ever in the history of YouTube, of all the YouTube channels I've ever had. All the YouTube channels I've ever had. the biggest live stream I ever had. I think 5,000 people watched me. And all I did was turn my camera on right here. And I just say how Eminem isn't that great. And with Eminem name being in the title, and me saying Eminem isn't that great, everybody started coming over. I've never seen the chat move so fast. Chat, and I'm like, I'm finna get me some money out this shit. They was cussing me out, calling me everything under the sun, calling me crazy. And I was sitting there reading the chat, and I was like, they were like, look at all the thumbs down we're giving you. I was like, bitch, my thumbs down sexy, nigga. I was trolling the shit out of them, and they started respecting me because they were like, we can't make this dude mad. But I say that for read. Hold on, let me read some comments. Shout out to my boy Mike Wavy TV. Yeah, he was a kid. That cup big as his nose. Hey, then you just I watched. Then Dave, I know you ain't trying to roast me, because then you just go live like recently talking about your hairline and shit, man, bro. Come on, bro. Yo, thank y'all for showing me support, man. I really appreciate that. She said women hip hop back 6 years of that song Rehab. Yeah, she took a L. She took a L. And her and Benzino all trying to do this Drake shit. I'm gonna throw out one trashy song and then I'm gonna come back. All right, we're gonna talk about that. But the only reason I'm about the biggest live, no matter what I did, was just because I put Eminem name in the title. And all his fans came over to just try to destroy me until I started being silly right back, and then they respected me. It just showed like I knew it don't matter what great, you can make the greatest diss track in the world. You can say valuable things about Eminem. His fans ain't trying to hear that shit. And it's funny to me. I'm going to say some shit people scared to say because they be like, don't bring up race. I go watch these top white bloggers and they be like, why people are bringing up race? It's not about, bro, I'm looking at you be biased. It's just a coincidence that you're white and you're biased for Eminem. Come on, because I'm going to tell you what you're doing. And you probably don't even realize you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? You have a strong biasness towards the person with your likeness. You have no history of hip hop. Y'all will go out and say Eminem the greatest and don't even be knowing the people that we be named. I've done that, but when I was in the Air Force, you know, they put you in the roommate when I was in Fire Academy. Dude, like, yeah, Eminem's the greatest lyricist ever. I'm like, yeah, that's what's up. This shit's sad. Eminem been out for a long time because I'm telling y'all something happened in 2002. Yo, I'm sitting here talking to the white dude, and he said Eminem the greatest lyricist ever, and I'm like, that's what's up, man. Hey, you know, back then we got our CD cases. I'm gonna pull out my CD case right here. You know, y'all don't know, y'all youngins don't know about the CD case, nigga. You was fire. If you had the black CD case and you put the CD on one side and you put the album on the other side, hear that crisp. That's the cool dude. The cool dude. You at your nice car. You got your 5 CD changer in the trunk. You put one in, go down in there. You was the man. You take your faceplate off when you get out of the car. So you're walking around with your car keys and a faceplate to you. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. So I'm pulling out my CD player and the white dude said, I'm like, yo, yeah, you know who that is? No, I know who that is. Oh, that's Farrah Monch. You know? And I'm just naming all of these rappers I never heard of. Even Drink Champs. Now, I remember back when people, I had CNN, all that shit. You know who Noriega is? No, I don't know that. How you gonna say somebody the best? You don't listen to hip hop. And there's no problem with you loving Eminem. I'm glad via hip hop was a catalyst and Eminem was a way to give you an opportunity to maybe look into a sound of music you never want to look into before. You never listened to rap, but because you can identify with his struggles and the things he says, he could be your conduit in it. Instead of Eminem being your conduit into a new culture, you just dip, listen to Eminem, and it makes me wonder, if you never try to listen to nothing else, why would you say he the greatest? It could come across as if you want to tell a black person this right here, that this white guy is really, really great. Why would you, like, if I don't know shit about country music. I don't know shit about it. I go listen to one black country movie star, like, I need better than everybody, nigga. Why would I want to say that to you guys who love country music, who have listened to country music? What would be my motive to want to try to inflict something like that? Why? Only motive if I know if you want to say something because you're white. So when I go and before I click play on all these YouTube videos of these white people breaking down Benzino's song, like the biasness that they don't see was astonishing to me. He said Eminem did this right here. Let me go and Google and try to find. Now, nigga, that ain't hot. What are you talking about? That was a hot ass line. Shut up. The line was hot. He's an old, almost 60-some-year guy trying to be cool. What do you mean he trying to be cool? This is fucking hip hop. Eminem said something about him. He said something back. That's hip hop. What do you mean? Why are you bringing in his age and all this, calling him lame? What if he is lame? What if he lame? He old. You don't like him. You hate him. What the fuck does that got to do with the lyrics that he spit? That's nothing to do with that. He could be everything you said. Breaking down how Eminem was not going back at top people, some shit I've been saying, and purposely going out at pop stars, that shit was fire. And what made it even more fire, he said, stop me when I'm lying. And I ain't seen a video taken up for Eminem that stopped Benzino when he was lying. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. John pulling out book of CDs. It's getting the hole with Pharaoh. But hey, look what I said. I said 2002. You know what I'm saying? This is how good my memory is, bro. You know, that album Pharaoh Munch came out with, that was in 99. So I had that was in my CD case for 3 years, bro. I had knew all the lyrics by that time. Look at that. I can call up top of my head. Pharaoh Munch came out in 99. Fact check me on that. Came. Nothing like old beef. Eminem started it for this round. Benzino got an interview where he talking when he did, I think, with No Jumper a year ago. It said 1 year on YouTube thing. You know how YouTube be saying 1 year, but that shit be longer until you look at the details of the date. But it just said 1 year. And you can type this up and go, look, squashing, why did you squash the beef with Eminem? All right, so it's squash. Eminem rap, said some shit about him. He responded back. That's hip hop. They're just like keeping the same energy, right? Made Chris Unbiased list for a stock drop. I think in honorable mention. What's that? Gems. Y'all know I like Jim. I fuck with Jim. Jim said all that racist ass shit. Fuck Jim. Damn, I'm losing my point. Why don't I bring up Jim? Damn, I had a nice analogy. I'm losing my nice. I don't give a fuck about Benzino reputation or none of that shit. Like, I didn't give a fuck about. Oh, I know what I was about to say. James was pissed that his enemy put that out. James was fighting with D out of Henny Man. So to James, he personally like angry at D out of Henny Man. I don't give a fuck about your personal beef, bro. Fuck that shit you got going on with D out of Henny Man. We're gonna address this shit right here of what you saying about black people. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that personal shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing. It's on wax. Let's listen to these lyrics. Listen to these bars. Let's see if this shit hot. Let's see if this shit. But I don't give a fuck about nothing. None that y'all got going on. It's on wax. I'm finna check out what's on wax. The song is fire. And not only the song is fire, Eminem started. He did some Drake shit. This is what I said we're gonna come back to it. It's cool when Drake do Charged Up and come right back behind drop back to back. But when Benzino do it, because you don't like him, he lame, and you got this strong bias towards Eminem, it's like, oh, you just dropped that trash, and now you doing something else right. Y'all wasn't saying that about Drake and Charged Up. Once Back to Back came out, nobody mentioned Charged Up. Everybody, the only thing they talked about, oh, did you hear that Drake song Back to Back? Why y'all not showing the same energy for Zeno? Voluptuous, whatever the fucking that trash ass song was called, he did. Why we not talking about Elvis? Name of the song, I think it's Elvis or whatever, something Elvis. I don't care about the freestyle a couple days before. I care about this song. I'll do it again in history. Nobody talk about you. Gotta be my age. Gotta be in your 40s. Remember this. Nas rap before Jay-Z. The Takeover was not first. The song Nas had, is he H to the Izzo? G, when he talking about Jay-Z maybe gay, like the rapping version of Cisco, that was the first. Nobody talk about that shit. All they talk about is Ether. Why are y'all singling out Benzino for doing the same shit every other rapper do? Why? Because you don't like him. I'm not even a Benzino fan. because I can't name you none shit he made. I don't know shit. I just know as a father, I think it's cool to sit back if you got two talented kids that both, to me, they rap way better than you, and they career did better than your career outside of you owning the magazine, using for your own personal beef, and then using that to get the magazine taken away from you. But he got a son. Son was Young Money or whatever, rapping with Drake and all of them right here. Good ball, rapping with Lil Wayne. Son gonna be on a classic song for the rest of his life with Millie. Well, no, that wasn't Millie. It was another one. What was that one, two? Y'all know the name of the song. And then his daughter doing good, got a career. So other than I have no biasness towards this, I just call a spade a spade every time I fucking see it. I'm gonna always call a spade a spade. Benzino dropped a full song about Eminem. The song is hot as fuck. Did some bias shit like the white bloggers and shit were doing, right? When Benzino mentioned Eminem go at these pop stars or Joe Budden retired or whatever, instead of them saying like that's a hot ass line that's true, they paused it in a video. Go look at the reactions to the Benzino song. They paused it and they go, well, he's coming at you. What does that say about you? Allow me to retort. Just like I said, Nicki Minaj's Home is one of the best female lyricists of all time. Isn't Eminem in that conversation? Yes or no? Okay. So let me explain to you guys who pretend that you know something about hip hop. You know shit about hip hop. Eminem's critique about not going at real rappers. We talking about top people. To be honest with you, who gives a fuck if Eminem makes another song and destroys Benzino? It's Benzino. Who gives a fuck about Benzino? Why is someone hailed as one of the top lyricists of all time making diss tracks against fucking Benzino, my nigga? He's supposed to win. Why is this? Why, for some reason, Eminem got this sorriest fucking resume ever against rap beefs? The sorriest resume ever. And then when he gets somebody credible, who he got credible? He got Ja Rule. What did he do against Ja Rule? Instead of him making a regular rap song, this is Ja Rule, he did Tupac's Hail Mary and rapped in Tupac's cadences. This is, bruh. This is one of, you're not going to call me one of the greatest ever. Imagine Mook. They call him Mook one of the greatest ever. But for some reason, Mook only battling the PGs. Every time you see Mook, he battling in the PGs. That doesn't make sense. Why? How can you sit there? One of the top five. I got Jay-Z. I got Nas. Of course, I got Eminem. All right, let's talk about that. Who Jay-Z went against? Mobb Deep. Nas. Who name you mentioning? The best supposed to clash at the top. Nas went against 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, Jay-Z. The best supposed to clash. All right, what? That's Nas, that's Jay-Z. What about the greatest rapper, Eminem? Benzino. You know what would be gangster? If Eminem dropped a response to Benzino, and somewhere in that Eminem says, addressing that he ain't got nobody, he mentioned Jay-Z, Nas, and all them. I love you guys, I had nothing but respect for you, but I kill all you motherfuckers. If he says something similar to that in the next song he made, like just to be clear, I ain't got no beef with people. So I want everybody to know I will smoke them. I will have so much respect for Eminem, because at that point, can't nobody say shit up. When anybody brings some shit up, like, hey, yo, you know, that nigga ain't got no fucked up battle resume. How y'all gonna say in the same breath, Eminem, one of the greatest rappers of all time, and when you list his resume of opponents, it's Mariah Carey? Come on, fam. That line is hot. I keep it consistent across the board. I don't care who the people are. When you have real principle, you stick to the principle. You don't change it for the person. My real principle as I view hip hop, Benzino got a hot ass song against Eminem. He up. Eminem can choose to make one back. If he walk away, he walk away with the L this time. Many fun, nice shit, and nice bars even said about Benzino the past 20 years. I'm talking about now. Because I would do that with anybody else. Ghostwriting. Ghostwriting is such a strong allegation. It's just certain things that you don't accuse people of with evidence. Even if something seems fishy. Like that scene fishy, the story with Nicki Minaj's husband. I'm the type of person I have to have concrete evidence on things before I put a label on someone. You have never heard me call somebody a name or put them in the way unless I'm finna come and show you the specific reason why. Not the specific reason I think they are. The legal merit that you are that. But look at that. Look how it sounds. Look at the cadence. Y'all doing all this digging. Benzino wrote that song until I see evidence, concrete evidence. Benzino didn't write that song. I'll give you an example. They are saying that the cadence sounds like Cassidy. How you know? Because all I got to do is have one thing. Just one. I can have 20 different things to go against what you're saying. I don't need all 20 of them. I only need one. How you know Benzino didn't go into the studio to write that in this Eminem and purposely wanted to do Cassidy cadence because Cassidy is good at battle rap. Because that's the way you lay down a foundation and it's good and it's effective. I have the ability to mimic anybody. Y'all know it. I can come on here and make a song and sound just like Andre 3000. I can also come on here and make a song and sound just like Cannabis. I have that ability that I know how to do that. I know I'm very, very good at cadences and how I deliver. I have people listen to me saying, like, you sound like you're from New York in one song. I have people listen to me, you sound like you're from the South in one song. So I can do that. I can sit down for right here and listen to Cassidy for 30 minutes on just different tracks and then play some kind of hip hop beat and I'll come and I'll spit bars exactly like Cassidy. Again, I'm not saying that will happen, but I don't have a claim. The person who makes the claim, it is their duty to prove the claim. All I have to do is show one simple reason how your claim cannot be true. How you know he ain't going to the studio and those were the cadences he liked and he wanted to use that against Eminem? I have no concrete evidence that Benzino had a ghostwriter for that song. So until evidence comes up, Benzino wrote that song and it's a fire song against Eminem. If evidence comes up, I would change my opinion. Title, not mentioned. Nothing to mention in title, right? I want to talk about Chris Unbiased blogs because I've been noticing this over the years. And the specific blogs I want to talk about with Chris Unbiased blogs is Chris always does a stock rise and a stock drop. Stock drop. Why people only say something when it's on a stock drop? I don't know if this has ever happened in the past, but just as a scientific experiment, I would love it if someone made the stock drop list one year, and then the next year they made the stock rise thing. And I want to see when they hit the stock drop list, did they get pissed, go personal, call names? And then when they made the stock rise list, did they get extremely happy? You can't have you can't have it your way that you want somebody to always talk about you in a light way. I didn't even know. I had no idea that Twerk had me blocked on Twitter. And so I went to see, I'm like, I can't see none of this stuff. But I got 2 Twitter accounts. I went to my other Twitter, I can see it. So I'm like, why would Twerk block me? And I was thinking, I came on here. I was shocked. I left Battlerap. And when I came back, it was this new guy everybody's talking about named Twerk. So since I didn't watch none of his battle, I watched Twerk battles all in one night. And I was blown away. I was like, what? Yo, this dude is so fire. In one night, I became a Twerk fan. As a Twerk fan, hold that right there. As a Miami Dolphins fan, when they're breaking records all season, I'm praising them. And I'm talking about the greatness of Tua. when I realized as a Miami Dolphins fan, you guys cannot beat a top team. There's something missing. What are you doing? The only victory you had was a very close game against the Cowboys. As a fan, why can't I say that about the Miami Dolphins? Everybody praising, forget his name, Milton, quarterback for Alabama. I'm an Alabama fan, rocking with them through and through. They winning, they beat Georgia, but why can't I say I don't have the confidence in him? We got there by beating Auburn off a Hail Mary. I don't have the confidence of the consistency. Can he do extremely great things? Yes. But he's so hot and cold, he can do extremely great things, and he can suck. 4 downs punt, 4 downs punt, 4 downs punt. Do something, bruh. Why can't I critique Alabama when they're doing good and when they're doing bad? Miami when they're doing good, when they're doing bad. Why can't I be a really great fan of Twerk? But when he knows he's a consistent slump of choking, I can't critique him and still be his fan. Because some way, one of my videos must have got to him for him to block me. I never was disrespectful. I don't be disrespectful. I don't do that. Pussy ass, that shit is stupid and childish. I don't do that. I say the specific details of what I have an issue with. So I don't understand how people can get so upset. How can it be F this dude, don't nobody give a damn about Chris, but he dropped his stock drop list and then everybody lose their damn mind? It's like I see people using the word gangster, but I don't see gangster movements. Not like the real gangsters that I grew up around with, you know what I'm saying? Twerk haven't said anything about Chris putting him on the stock rise list in a year. He had all the smoke for Chris when he was on the stock drop list the year before. That's what they do. I don't understand like how that's gangster. I'm gonna stick to my words as a man. So if I felt like Chris is a nobody, I'm gonna be consistent that he a nobody. So you put me on a stock drop list, I don't give a fuck, you're a nobody. Then you come put me on a stock rise list, I don't give a fuck, you're a nobody. I genuinely don't give a fuck about you. So I don't care what list you put me on. It wouldn't matter. But to them, they're like, he'll nobody. But then they get really, really mad when they're on the stock drop list. They're not being, it had nothing to do with Chris. It's you being consistent as a man. Nobody cares about this anymore. Nobody cares about their actions being consistent to what they say that their principles are. That's what we got a lot of issues going on with. Like, I'll tell you what I'm really interested to see over anything in Battlerap in 2024. I am truly interested to see Eazy the Block Captain's next battle because it's going to tell me a lot. I've had some talks with people behind the scenes. You know, I ain't going to say that. They know I ain't going to say that, but like, just on some details I know that people will want to know. Like, when I say detail, I mean detail. Like, this happened that day, this happened that day. Detail stuff. And so, when I see the whole Remy Ma thing plays all the way out until TMZ gets the full recording. And again, I like to address it. To me, I don't give a damn if Eazy got beef with Henny. I care about what's put out. You know, it'd be different if Eazy got beef with Henny and Henny put out a lie. No, if Eazy got beef with Henny and Henny just dropped all the audio, who cares if they got a beef? We're going to look at the content of what's happening. Shout out to Platinum Tooth, man. Good to see you guys too, man. So the interesting thing to me is that once that full audio release, because I was thinking it with the partial audio, if Remy fucking his guy and they still messing around and still talking and seeing each other or whatever, how can she not be mad when he talking about like fuck this shit with this gonna go on Love and Hip Hop, blah blah blah. Like it's like if a girl think that you got true interest in her, especially if she not in a situation of leaving her husband, if she believes that you truly care about her and she hear that you talking to her about like that, that's the part I was interested in. I wasn't more interested in the triangle thing with her, him, and Papoose. I was interested in if those two are talking now. If they are in a situation where they cool and they fucking regularly or whatever. To hear someone say those things about you on the audio, like you don't give a fuck, what happens? Because one of the realest lines now from the Geechee battle with Eazy was when Geechee pointed out how there's a difference between Eazy having the illusion of freedom and Geechee really do have freedom. Geechee did go on multiple platforms all at a short different times, so he can move however he wants. But now with strained relations with URL, RBE may not be willing to take him on because of his relation with URL and they're going to court. He may be a too hot, sticky situation with that paperwork still there from URL. And then now, allegedly, the woman you fucking hears audio recording you saying something negative about her. Is he going to be on Chrome? Is that a conversation that has already been discussed that they can talk through? How does that all work out? So I literally have no idea where Eazy can go for his next battle. So when I'm not on here, that's what I be sitting up looking. I'm waiting for him to say something, some announcement, something coming up. We in the second month of the first quarter. Are we gonna go all the way to the end third month? There's no Eazy announcement. There's no nothing since the full audio has been dropped of what he said to someone on a telephone call. Y'all niggas weird for recording calls though. Shout out to London Link. You ain't caught a live because I haven't been live. So that's I don't know. I don't be hearing people say it. I hear some people say like kind of mention it a little bit, but they don't truly say it. Like, yo, what the fuck is up with Eazy? We hear people like joking, like where he at and stuff, but it is telling to go this far without saying anything because you don't even have to say anything about the drama. You don't even have to say anything about Remy Ma. You don't have to say anything about Papoose. What about you being just a battle rapper who has fans and your fans would like to know when the next match is? Oh, we live. Yeah, we live. We live. We need you back in battle rap. DME Detroit out here tripping. Hey man, y'all know I'm a sales and marketing guy. You say DME Detroit out here tripping. DME Detroit went from nobody give a fuck about me. I don't give a fuck about battle rap. I'm just gonna turn on my camera and go live super late at night when nobody live to making one of the top 10 lists of bloggers. So that tells me that whatever DME Detroit is doing is working and people are liking it. So when you look at that as marketing, shit, he ain't out here being too crazy. He out here giving people what they want and they liking that shit. Yeah, it'd be hard to go live because I'm the type of person that feel like there's always something else I could be doing. Like even for me to just go live today, like I had to make sure everything is 1000% done, down to taking the trash at the end of the street. Just like there's nothing else I could be doing to be productive in other areas because this has not been a revenue of income for me to hop on here. Even though I'm kind of a hypocrite if you go back and watch the beginning of this blog because I was talking about people sitting on money. I'm literally sitting on money. I'm literally sitting on life-changing stuff, especially coming off of being on television for the first time last month. So, but I'll be back. I just be on my true crime channel. Eazy lies to the whole community. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Y'all might want to clip what I'm about to do. Y'all might want to clip what someone said. Eazy lies to the whole community. Too Clean Jones. Please don't take this personal. Shout out to you for checking me out because this is not against you. This is just something I forgot, and I'm glad you brought it up. I get the address. Yo, my nigga, people in battle rap is pussy. I don't want to call people in battle rap pussy, but y'all are pussy, bro. Y'all are pussy. Because these are things I've been thinking behind the scenes. I've been talking to certain people. I ain't talk to y'all. Not finna talk to y'all. Where in the history of blackness, where in the history of hip hop has a grown man ever got upset and said another man is lying to him because he didn't tell him the truth about fucking some chick and a boyfriend swinging? I'm appalled. Eazy, I love your bars, but you lied to me. Oh, that is the weakest shit ever. I don't give a fuck that Eazy lied. And I don't even think Eazy lied. I think Eazy used a play of words so it would never bite him. Because the rumor wasn't that he got hit. The rumor was that he got knocked out. So if Papoose ran up on him, da-da, and you hear recording that Papoose run, da-da, he didn't get knocked out. He got hit and they broke it all up like normal shit you see when it happens when someone gets stole a little bit. He didn't lie. But for my image, why would I put that out there? I can see if it's some weirdo shit. That's some regular shit. Like, yo, we want to know. Y'all act like thirsty, nosy chicks. You mad? A man won't tell you his business because he's smashing somebody who married. He's smashing someone. He lied to me. It's the weak. Like, I be sitting back like, yo, I'm supposed to be the level-headed, you know what I'm saying, slash nerdy nigga that knock the fuck out you fuck with him. I'm supposed to be the like, I'm not gangster. But the people that run around calling themselves gangster hard and all this shit right here, they doing the weakest, softest shit. Why the fuck are y'all caring so much that Eazy lied? I ain't finna come up here and tell y'all all my motherfucking business. You supposed to be watching me rap. Somebody say, damn, John, it's a rumor going around. We heard you got robbed last week and somebody took your iPhone. And I did get robbed, but they took my Samsung. Right? They say that happened. They say they took my Samsung, they took my iPhone. It's a rumor they took your iPhone, John. Then I'm coming, oh, for my fans, I owe it to tell you my personal life. I'll be like, oh, but that ain't true, so I can ride with that. Nah, nigga, that shit didn't happen, bro. Cap. Anyway, let's get back to these bars. I don't owe y'all no shit. I don't owe you to say nothing about my personal life, nigga. How is we got grown Black American men saying Eazy lied to me? We got grown men saying Eazy lied to me. Do you think Remy deserves being on that stock drop list? Did you see the stock drop list? Yeah, I saw the stock drop list. Okay, so let's break down that because I know when I first saw it, I'm like, nah, why the fuck would Chris put Remy on a stock drop list when Remy has pink? She has pink on all of her merchandise. Like, what do you call it? All of her advertisement, like the logos and shit for Chrome. A new battle rap league comes up. It's supposed to be primary for pink and it's raised all the way up. That is one of the best. How can you put that on the stock drop list? We don't even know if URL was second. We put RBE first for 2023. The fact that Rim is in a conversation, the fact that she's sitting with a battle with fucking 3 million views, how can you put her on the stock drop list? But I see why. He put her on the stock drop list because of the new potential scenarios and what it could do to fuck up the future. That's what he was trying to show in that video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fucking around with the employee doing this thing can make you look bad. It didn't though. The concrete, tangible thing, it didn't. Ain't nobody said, yeah, man, I'll subscribe. I was gonna check out this Chrome 23 event, but now that I know that she's having sex with Eazy, I'm not gonna check it out. It's not like big things that was covering saying, I ain't fucking Eazy, I'm not gonna check it out. So, you know, I think about it, I disagree with Chris on that. You know what I'm saying? He's looking at the potential harm that it could do for the future. Even if it did provide potential harm for the future, then you need to put that on the stock drop list for 2024 then, after you see the evidence that it did. But for you to think, saying that like this could do this because she made these actions, that is not a stock drop. The stock from Chrome never dropped. The stock from Chrome is still there. It's still on the top battle rap league, still in contention, still getting talked. We used to be the top. What was the top three? King of the Dot, RBE, and URL. Now in every single one of them is Chrome. Where did her stock drop? as a person. Remy went on the song. I don't know the other girl name, but Remy spit a verse and killed that shit. Where's the person? Where did her stock drop at? She killed it. And all these dudes running around here talking trash about Eazy would have loved to have been in an Eazy position because they would have tried to smash too. They tried to do the same thing he did. So can someone show me where Remy Ma's stock dropped? I don't see it. I don't know if Eazy stock dropped. We'll know when he may announce his next battle. Because that full tape got Eazy so fucked up, he can't even do regular battle rap shit. There's no juicy drama. There's nothing to announce your next battle. There's nothing. So waiting for that. How about Sirius Jones? Man, y'all be doing Sirius Jones so dirty. One thing I do agree about with Chris is the accessibility. However, I would challenge Chris and say this right here when it comes to Jones everywhere, and the legends don't have to be that. Like the Murder Mooks don't be, even though he everywhere right now against the Hitman Holler situation. But like typically Mook ain't everywhere. Typically Loaded Lux ain't everywhere. The way that Jones is supposed to be in legendary status with them, the big W's Sirius Jones has on his resume too. But here's the catch though. Because people, it's not that people don't take him seriously because he's everywhere. Because there's been times Sirius Jones been locked up, he been gone. It was time before like the Clips battle, way back in the day. He wasn't around. So the viewpoint of Sirius Jones came prior to always being accessible. That came later. So there's another reason people don't fuck with Sirius Jones. And the way that they look at him and view him that way would make it impossible for him to move the way Loaded Lux them do, where he can be gone. So because he can't do what the other greats do, he's resorted to being accessible, to putting out these interviews and doing that. You understand what I'm saying? I agree with Chris. I just think it's backwards. Chris talks like because you're always accessible, that's why they don't view you that way. That's why they look at you weird. No, he's always accessible because he doesn't know the route to go to get him to view him that way. Because even when he was gone, he was mysterious. He wasn't always around. They viewed him that way. And I think what happened was his peers, there was a great event. I got the answer right here. Sirius Jones never got his great event to pull someone to a newer class. We got the Hitmans coming here. We got the Calicos. We got all those dudes when they were young. We got a new class coming. How did Loaded Lux get pulled and accepted into that new class right under them? The battle with Calico. How did Murder Mook, who's on DVDs and all this stuff, he's not here with the newer class? We know they older now, but I'm going back to the early 2010s. How did Mook get pulled into that newer class? He beat Loaded Lux. You calling someone a legend and someone put on a legendary performance and he did it. He did it. He had the highest paid battle and he went and told people on Summer Madness 2. That's a major look for Mook, no matter how the battle went. There's still a major where you got to look at him a different way and take him seriously. Loaded Lux in a suit. Ain't nobody wearing suits to fucking battles, caskets and shit, and do a legendary battle that Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, everybody. Both of those guys got their event. While both of those guys got their event, Sirius Jones never got one. So all three of them could have been great guys from the past, but two of them got pulled in through something great. The other one never did that. Sirius Jones never got that. So he just some old guy who just waltzed and come on in with the performance that they didn't like against Charlie Clips. That's why he's not seen that way. He still hasn't. What are the biggest moments about Sirius Jones? Math Hoffa punched him in the face. I'm talking about your reputation because I don't want Sirius Jones to think I'm disrespecting him. I'm against all bloggers disrespecting men unless you're trying to do something, say something to somebody's face. You can give your opinion without disrespect. I'm just telling the truth. The truth. If you sat down and talked to somebody for 5 seconds, hey, you know Sirius Jones? The one we're not talking about heavy battle rap fan. I'm talking about just regular. Yo, you know Sirius Jones? Did he get punched in the face in the battle? Yeah. I know him. Yeah. What about him? Hey, you know Lotus Lux? You gonna get this work? Yeah. Oh yeah, that dude. They're fire. That guy fire of all different age groups. My dad in his 60s and love fucking Loaded Lux. So because he never got that, he never got the respect from all the fans. And these fans is with the height of battle rap. The Summer Madness 2, that new whole class coming in. Hitman Holla, Young Ill, all those people in that class can't come up. So Sirius Jones has to find a way to get respect. You know what Sirius Jones need? Sirius Jones need one classic 3-0. That's it. One classic 3-0. Well-respected 3-0. He'll be all right. You think Jones should have took the RBE battle first instead of the URL? Yo, remind me, man. I'm old and I'll be out. Who was that RBE battle supposed to be against? I heard people talking about this. I'm gonna be fair though. You know, before y'all tell me who you're supposed to battle, I'll be fair and say this. Yeah. We can critique anybody in hindsight. What if he took the RBE battle? Y'all know I love RB. I'm biased. I'm real life friends with our ARP. But I'm still gonna be fair. Like, what if he'd have went to RBE, took a blue room, and just got murked? Worse than that. We don't know what would have happened in the past. But I guess if you're going on a trajectory that at the time of him signing contracts and trying to choose, that RBE is coming on an up and URL is moving down slightly. On that merit, yeah, he should have took the battle. You want to go with things the most popular, with things the most popping it. You want to get that look. So on that against B Magic, that probably would have been bad. There's something about Sirius Jones that's just not scary. You know, I remember he had that sit down face-to-face interview with Math for their rematch battle with ARP sitting at that round table. Sirius Jones wanted to fight. I think Sirius Jones felt like, you know, everybody think I'm a punk. You can tell his energy at that table, he want to fight. Even at his most angriest, even when I know he down to swing, even though he has the ability, just like any other man, to knock you the fuck out, it didn't look threatening. And I think some of that comes across in his raps, especially when you done called yourself a pimp and all this stuff. Anytime somebody calls himself a pimp and all this stuff, that does take away from the believability in gangster bars. I'm not saying what's fair and what's not fair. Maybe that's not fair. I'm just saying what is true in the world as it exists. These are things that take away from that. So it makes his lines less believable when they come across. You know, if you did a poll on what you think, who you think would take a gun and smack somebody in the back of the head with a gun? Want to do a poll? Do you think Sirius Jones would do that? Or would you vote for Sue Surf? No one would vote for Sirius Jones. Again, I'm not saying what's fair and what's not fair. I'm saying what is as the world exists. We kind of touched on that the last time I went live about believability. Like, Rum Nitty come across as so hard, it's so gangster. If we did a poll, who you think will win in the fight? Rum Nitty or Angry Fan? People gonna pick Rum Nitty. Angry Fan like 6'2". Angry Fan a big tall ass nigga. Rum Nitty like 5'5". Angry Fan to beat the shit out of Rum Nitty. What are you guys talking about? But they wouldn't vote for Angry Fan because they're going by, oh, the reputation and shit you see online like most people do. That works against Sirius Jones because no one sees him that way. He don't have an angle. He's not the, we see you as the intelligent dude. Nope. We see you as the funny dude. Nope. We see you as the bar dude. Nope. We see you as the believable dude. Nope. We see you as one of the legends and pioneers that can stick in with this generation. Nope. And there is nothing that Sirius Jones fits in. And that's his problem. And so when he goes and puts himself out here all the time, over and over and over and over again in these interviews, you're showing more of the personality that the people don't believe in. As a fucked up spot to be in. But me, I'm competitive. If that was me, I would welcome the challenge to get out of that scenario. What do you feel about Briz? He also made the list. Are you tired of Briz acting like he wants to be involved in battle rap but not actually taking any battles? Do you think he's worth 100K? Let's give Eazy the same shit if you don't hear from him. Yo, you making that motherfucking audio too big of a deal, Eazy. What the fuck? It is December of 2024. We haven't heard from you since December 2023. You've been gone for a whole year. If that happened, give him the same treatment. Because I don't care what Briz says out of his mouth. The truth is, you let a videotape come in about you not helping some fight and people break down and analyze the tape. And from that, you left. Sit up here as a man, Briz, and look into a camera and say, if this event never happened, I would still be right here. Say out loud. So if this event never happened, this whole situation, whole fight never happened, I wouldn't have had fucking 10 battles. You can't say that. So if you can't say that, no matter what excuse you tell yourself, the reason you're not battling is from one event. And what anybody knows about YouTube, it don't matter how shit get bad for you. At worst, it's going to be bad for a week. That's the absolute worst. Typically now it's going to be bad for 3 days. It's bad for Nicki Minaj the past 2 days. Ain't nobody going to give a fuck about Nicki Minaj whack ass song tomorrow. It passes. Everything passes. Rumors, Moot smoking blunts off a foot, Tay Rock with some kind of trans person. It's a whole bunch of stuff that we can point out to anybody, and all of that stuff passes. You're letting it get the best of you. People don't give a fuck about that. They like to hear drama and they like to move to the next drama, but the people who like you like your stage presence. Like how raw you coming to niggas. Sometimes I've been sitting here, I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all. Sometimes I'll just sit here and I'll just go to hear the first round from Briz versus Young Ill. And y'all know I love Young Ill. That's what Chris Somebody saw into you when he wanted to pull you from Spit That Heat and get you on URL. Like, people would rather go and see that, like, oh, Briz was so raw, than to go and look to see the whole fight incident. That shit is in your head. That you need to go to what them football players and shit go to some psychologist shrink or whatever. You need to go talk to. You need to go talk to somebody, because one incident is murking you. You think these people don't love you? Book a battle and do the performance you did against Young Ill in the first round and watch how many people jump on your side. Watch how many people jump on your side. And if that happens and they say all this good shit about you, then you got to sit there and go, you mean to tell me all these years, all the money and shit I wasted out of fear was for no reason? And nothing else you can do. Do I think he should be going? Do I think it's a problem with Briz going on stage if he's not gonna battle? Nah, I don't think that's a big deal. What I do think a big deal is him coming in and critiquing people. I do think that. I think, like, you ran away from your audience, you ran away from your fan, you ran away from the sport, but then you're gonna hit record and talk shit about what people doing in the sport. That to me, that's worse than going on the stage. It's worse. I'm not a blogger. I'm a battle rapper, a well-respected battle rapper. And I'm not going to give the people what they want, but I'm still going to come in and talk shit. Let me randomly talk shit about Angry Fan. Angry Fan doing what he always been doing in the culture of battle rap. You're not doing what you've been doing in the culture of battle rap. I'm getting all these fucking emails, bro. So I have that problem. Thank you guys for asking questions, because there's other shit that I didn't see that I forgot. I be forgetting that, like, and then I go out the live like, oh man, I should have talked about that. I should have said that. Since we already on the topic, next, Kayshawn, is he really got something coming up? It's a heart in front of his shit. Or do you think he's just trying to stay relevant any way that he can? I don't know if my take is any different because I take contracts so seriously from what I do in my personal life. He didn't battle. He owes that. It to me, it brings up the question of what are these battle rappers doing for their future? Because you can see K-Shine was winning all these, but he was rolling in money, man. The fresh cuts, the fresh shoes, and all that stuff. Like life is great. But when you go against URL and you're not balanced, so those monies are taken away. If you're in a dire situation, that means that you're not capitalizing on your popularity because you're supposed to have other businesses and other things going on. For the life of me, I don't understand how a battle rapper can see the success of Goods, the blogger, and the success of Averb, the blogger, and knowing that them guys is racking in an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month just sitting there talking, and they going out into just get into their next battle and next battle. How can you see that? Like, of course, Goods got a great personality. That nigga sit up there with the most serious face and make you think he goes serious. About 75% into the video, roast the shit out of the two people he talking about. That shit be having me dying. Averb is just golden. Averb always been golden since he was sitting at that table with the red background when he was fat with the low haircut. I used to couldn't wait for Verb to put up the next video when he's sitting there talking. I forget who YouTube channel that was. So Averb was destined. But there are some people who have the personality to have a battle rapper that will have an excellent YouTube channel. From what it looks like, I don't know K-Shine. I don't know nothing about his personal life. I can only tell what it's coming across as. It's coming across as you've put yourself in a war with this company, and this company is not folding, not mending. This is the company that gave you most of your biggest checks. So whenever something will happen in your life, something come up, boom, you know, you can get this big check. Because you're in a war with them, you're no longer getting the big check no more. So now things are getting smaller in a more dire situation. Again, I don't know. I'm just telling you how it looked to me. Things get too much dire, and then after saying fuck you, smacking all the stuff he said, he may cower down and have to go and have a talk with him and be at their mercy after all the disrespect. Will they oblige and continue to do business with him? I think an excellent place that K-Shine could have blew up would have been the Blue Room. But again, ARP is in court. RBE is in court with URL. They're not trying to touch people on the contract. So, all right, Renee, shout out to you. Thank you for always modding as usual. So that's what I think going on with K-Shine. Like, what K-Shine gonna go to get a lot of money? You gonna wait for the next King of the Dot event? He can try Remy. Remy don't give a damn about URL contracts. You know what I'm saying? He can try that. But ain't he already battled Eazy? You know? People reach their breaking point and they start to change on shit that they say that they want. Like for me, they've already shown it that they had this stance that there's no YouTube, and now they're dropping some videos on YouTube URL. I do think over time URL is going to go back to YouTube more often. And I don't think that I don't understand why they didn't do that to promote to get more people into their app. You will only have battle rap fans in your battle rap app if you don't promote. Your job in marketing. Your job in marketing is to attract new. So if I ran URL, every event I did, one of those battles is going on YouTube every single time. Because I'm going to use that one battle to pull you in. You want to see the rest of them? Every single time you're trickling, you're getting more people. You get more people to pay that monthly subscription. It would be 100% known. And I had the fans wondering, which of these battles y'all think the one this time going on YouTube after every event? I'm a lot of y'all. I don't give a fuck about lying to y'all. I'll come if I was smack. I'll come on an interview like, yeah, I'll tell y'all sometime. Yeah, we randomly doing it. So when we randomly do it, that means one time the main event may be the one that's free on YouTube. I'd be lying because I would never put the main event on that motherfucker. I'd be like, hey, you can draw this time. Maybe the next one. I'll lie. But yeah, I would never put the main event out there, but I would use that as marketing to shun away. It's sort of like when I say had an issue with this dude, this YouTuber, and he got kicked off YouTube. He went to OnlyFans, and people started telling me, well, he still get money for OnlyFans. I said the money he get from OnlyFans are his built-in customers who already know about him. YouTube is the greatest marketing advertisement you can have. But since he's no longer on YouTube, we all lose fans. We just don't see that we're losing because we're gaining new. So you never see who leaves as people come on. But when him being kicked off YouTube, he has no way to market himself other than the people that already know him, they're OnlyFans. So the number he got will dwindle and he'll be gone. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So you have to find a way to pull in new people. At least drop a trailer for each battle that drops on the app. Bless their heart. Yeah, drop a trailer. It's just like, but here's the deal though. You know, we don't know every single thing. And like I said, there's a reason Nicki was sticking with her husband, even though he played guilty to some foul. I went to find that reason. I want to find the reason why they are so hell-bent on this app. Because it could be paying way more money than we think. They can have way more subscribers than we think. There is a reason someone is going against the grain over something so obvious. It is so obvious to use YouTube to market people to come to your app, and you're not doing it. So if someone's not doing something so obvious, my brain gets really curious to see what the fuck is going on. These dudes is making that much money. They're making a killing like that. Or are they in it for just short term and they don't see that it's lasting too much longer? Did URL deserve to be on a stock drop list? Yes. And it's not even that deep. It's very simple. Every year since battle rap's been popular, every battle rap league has been fighting each other for the #2 spot. It was a time where it was inconceivable. You're stupid and wasting your time if you think you have a chance to go for the #1 spot. Now, I don't know if URL is in second or third. I know RBE is in first for 2023. I don't know if it's URL or Chrome. The fact that I'm questioning second or third to a company that has held the #1 position without question for so many years, that is literal the definition of your stock dropping. You know, I'd have been shocked if that's not on there. URL deserves that. I don't know. I'm trying to name companies right. You know, put like same thing. Netflix is the #1 app. Max, Disney Plus, Hulu, Paramount, Peacock, all of them fighting for that #2 spot. That's the first name people go to. Oh, streaming app, Netflix. What do you say? Right now, I'm gonna say Max. Right, Netflix, Max. But when The Boys season 2, Netflix Prime. I don't know what's #2. They fighting for that #2. I know #1 Netflix. That's how we saw Battlerap. I don't know. Some years King of the Dot was a clear #2. URL was still #1 that year. He had Gems as #1 on stock drop list. That is accurate. And I'm gonna tell you why Gems deserve to be #1. You was blogging. You're gone. That's how does Jim not deserve me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I did a video on that for y'all to see. To me, what Jim's fucked up at was Jim's became angry and was more concerned about his enemies doing this to him, releasing the information. Jim's was more concerned about Henny Man and all that stuff, and he put his personal gripe against those guys over the fact that he offended an entire culture that took care of him and paid him money. To talk about black women and say the vile racist things, and he tried to divide it and say that was me back then. I said you now is worse than you back then, because you back then don't care so much about black people and our plight and what we go through that you have the audacity to sit on the camera and talk about your enemies and what Henny Man doing to you. Who might give a fuck what Henny Man do to you, bro? If you really cared, that would not be your focal point. It'd be different if they lied on him. They didn't lie on him. They showed what he said. Yeah, Hulu fell off real bad. Asking for too much money without ads. That's for too much money without ads. So yeah, I don't know no series or nothing on Hulu. I don't mess with that, you know. Other than Netflix. Not gonna lie, my daughter got me watching Tubi now. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some funny ass shit on Tubi. Sometimes I don't like watching Tubi because as a filmmaker, I'm like, somebody can make this trash ass shit, and my shit ain't out there. I be getting a little salty. But you be watching that shit for fun, for jokes or whatever. But again, looking at marketing, I like the marketing strategy of Tubi. Tubi came, I'm gonna get everybody a free platform to put that shit up that they can put whatever bullshit they want. We're gonna get people talking about it. We're gonna get social media to talk about it. Now everybody coming and getting the Tubi. Now we're gonna take the money that we get from people and we're gonna do it and buy ads and get users money for the ads. And we're gonna get some established movies. It costs a lot of money to get established movies. Like you can go watch the movie It on Tubi. But what they were smart at is instead of getting a long-term contract where It will be on Tubi for a fucking year, they probably can't afford that. All right, we're gonna get It for 2 weeks, and then we're gonna switch and get this hot bop movie for 2 weeks. We're gonna always have something big on the phone to excel the platform, but we're gonna lower our costs and we're gonna keep getting paid, giving everybody an area that they can come to and watch this shit. I think that's pretty cool. Tubi be feeling on iPhone 6. Boy, I be some funny shit on there, boy. I know y'all saw that clip of that person curved a goddamn bullet around a tree. Oh boy, I be taking that shit personal, man. I be taking that shit personal. My personal opinion is that be Netflix, Prime. Yeah, I fuck with Prime. I like some of the horror movies on Prime. Netflix, Prime, then Max. Max be hot as cold because Max have some really good movies. We talking about motherfucking HBO here. But they be far in between, you know. Disney Plus starting to get cold. Yeah, Disney Plus is starting to get cold. I am interested in that Daredevil when it come back out. You got one hair left on your head, knows where the wind blows. Ironically, Tubi is owned by Fox, just like Caffeine. I had no idea. That's crazy. So Tubi is Fox versions of Delta's Spirit. That's cool. Now that you told me that, I'm finna start back, go back and look at some of these movies. What was 20th Century Fox? That would be like Aliens, The Predator. Not a Predator. Well, nah, that wouldn't matter. 21st Century Fox is owned by Disney Plus because their horror movies, they're not on Disney Plus, so they go to Hulu, which is why Hulu had the Predator movie called Prey. Ding. I'm gonna tell you what black people missing out on. Y'all be going to Hulu, y'all be going to Tubi to watch like the shooting movies and all the gangster shit, right? The regular. Nah, if you really want to laugh, go to Hulu. Go to Tubi and watch the horror movies. Watch when people who aren't great filmmakers are forced to try to use special effects. Smoke you a blunt and then watch that, and that's where you'll see why your fun is at, bro. But yo, if there's no other big topic, I know I'm missing something that didn't happen in battle rap. I'm gonna get off this thing, man. Anything else? We discussed Eazy. We discussed champion of the year. We discussed stock drop list. Let me pull up. What else has happened? I will say this right here. The person I feel least sorry for in battle rap is Stumbles. I've never had somebody like, it's not fair. There are battlers who would love to have the opportunity Stumble has, and URL did the right thing in trying to take him and blow him up, and he failed at every chance he got. Stumbles got that voice, that throat, pause. He got that, like that. He got that thing that could be a it factor. He needed the one big event, the big thing that, like, you here with everybody else, boom. Now your peers right here, you up here. Shout out to my boy Tony, bro. That's what, and shout out to my boy Snake Eyes. I'm real cool with Snake Eyes too. But the fight with Tony, bro, and Snake Eyes, them, there's the propel. Okay, we're gonna keep it battle rap and let him battle, and he still wins against Snake Eyes. Boom, up. URL, start giving this guy the shots. He had the dream opportunity presented to himself over and over that all these young guys want, and he failed. He failed every single time, you know, and there's always been errors. You know what I'm saying? I missed the twerk era because I wasn't here when twerk was blowing up. When I came, they were like, yo, you got the guy named Twerk. And I went and watched his videos. When I came at the battle rap, you got an Eazy era. You had the Hitman, Holla eras. You know, everybody had like this time to shine, to blow up, to be that it guy. Stumbles had the greatest opportunity to be the next one. And he didn't have one opportunity. He had multiples. And I'm just like, and I was fucking with him too. I was gonna be a Stumbles fan, but and then the chokes and stuff, I don't understand what happened, you know. But you know, I don't wish bad luck on nobody. I hope Stumbles do get it together, because if Stumbles can put everything together, that man can be great. And battle rap fans are forgiving. When Twerk went through his whole series where he choked a lot, and then now he doing good, we like Twerk. So he can get over this and change it, but how the hell did I stumble upon? But yeah, I'm trying to look on another tab here, see if there's anything else I wanted to address that I missed. Mook and Sirius. Mook was delusional in that bait with Sirius. I have nothing else new to offer than what everybody else has already said. Mook is fucking tripping, and that didn't have to go that way. I think Hitman Holla is the A side. The A side is the person that can bring in the most viewers and the most money. Where has Mook shown that he can bring in the most viewers and the most money than Hitman? It's not even close. And sometimes we let nostalgia fool us. I think that's it, which is a good time to stop at 4 o'clock, because I'm gonna go chill with my family, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all let me know. Put the comments if you see this video in the comment section below when this live is over with, and tell me things you want me to talk about to go live. I'll talk about them and go live, whether it's battle rap or other shit. Other than that, stay tuned for my real documentary on my John Crime show. Holla at y'all, man. Y'all hold it down.